I'm gonna get straight to it. You know, there's a lot of disagreeable beings watching you, monitoring you, because they know that the shift has already taken place. That's why you have all of the distractions set in place, all the stages being staged, and all the plays that are being played. Um, it's important to always understand that by being in fear it does hinder you in certain aspects in your spiritual walk. Because again, I am slowly and trying to pick up the pace of having a slight fear of the unknown. I think all of us, excuse me, may have some type of concern or a thought about what we may call an afterlife. Um, Too many physical things in the world do not scare me because I've seen a lot of things, I've witnessed a lot of things. But the reason why I speak so often about the quote unquote enemy because I am constantly under attack. You are constantly under attack. You know, we are constantly under attack. And like I said, yes, the physical part is harsh, terrible back then, now, and for any other group of people or individuals or entities or life forms, you know, that had to go through any type of form of suffering or being taken advantage of, you know, being forced to abide by unfair laws and regulations, you know what I mean? All they do is glamorize it up and make it look nice, but in reality, we all are forms of slaves on this earthly realm. Like I said, there's so much going on here. This is a place that have all kind of entities, you know, and for a long time, just like with the television, and they keep all these shows for you to continue being programmed. And again, I have been watching certain programs and trying to reprogram and use it as a study guide to see what's going on in the world today. Because if you're not around a bunch of people, if you're not out partying and doing this and that, there's a lot of things you don't know. So you can use social media and certain platforms to see what's going on around the world. You also can Google things and see, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things that's not being talked about, don't make the news, and probably not on Google as well. But for the most part, there's a lot of different information and um, uh, easy cheat codes, you know, not like back in the day. That's why this current generation now are more advanced than we were. And just like the generation that came before us, and they all say the same thing. Oh, we wish we had this when we were coming up, or these kids are way more advanced now, or these teenagers, etc. So we are in a time of information, in the age of Aquarius. Um, I just want to say for anybody that genuinely watch me and support the videos, I appreciate it. It's been a struggle. It ain't been easy to sit down and try to just make videos, especially during this time. You know, because there's a lot of people that talk or leave certain comments at a certain time, but they don't comment on certain things when I'm trying to talk about positivity and things like that. I don't hear comments, but I hear pointless comments. So it's just a lot of trolls and bots, you know, saying that energy vampires, etc., that just be flocking, you know, legions, you know what I mean? So I really do these videos always for those real ones, as I continue to always say, you know. You gotta understand that if you were a weak individual, You wouldn't have legions coming up against you, and I put that on repeat. And it's not just you, it's others like you. But again, there's many different beings that's coming against you specifically. That's why you have a spiritual team just as well as you may have certain um, earthly teams. You know, like people got armies, the navies, this, that, and the third, but you may have your family, you know, your brother, sister, cousin, or somebody that in this physical sense that may, you know, ride with you in a situation if you may have a conflict or a disagreement. But this is the reason why you must understand and take these journeys alone, but have a full understanding, an inner standing and an outer standing that you will never alone. And if you paid attention to all of the signs, you will see that the angels and ancestors and this and that was always around you. Before I even start studying certain videos and looking up stuff, for the real ones that know me, especially those sick enemies, those monitoring spirits, those um, familiar spirits, they know that entities like me and others have been doing this, speaking about this same very stuff. I revealed my age talking about how long I knew about and was studying reptilians and different stuff. I've been doing this thing. It's just I wasn't, and in reality, I was really making videos many moons ago before I even knew anything about YouTube. That's the crazy thing about it too. And I believe all the way back then, I'm not sure, I think YouTube was out, but I literally used to make videos and watch my own videos of me speaking about similar things that I'm talking about now. So the enemy has always known the ones that's vibrating on a different vibration. Because you just don't tend to do the same thing that the whole world is doing. You tend to do the opposite, and that's the ones they really watch the most. They're not ready, they're not worried about the crash dummy that's gonna go out, smoke, drink, and carry this and do this and do that. They know it's a matter of time before they self-destruct. Like, trust me, man, I'm fighting demons all the time. I'm a demon slip. But I also have a certain belief of assisting demons. You know what I mean? Because, again, a demon is nothing but from what my understanding is nothing but a dark angel. All of us or all of certain entities were certain type of beings at one point. But from certain perspectives and studies saying that the fallen, you know, we all heard about the fallen. I forgot the percentage. I can't think right off the top of my head, but a certain percentage that fell down to earth and Satan and the allegiance and all of this. I truly believe this is real. You know what I mean? It's true. So for anybody is going through all these different troubles and problems and just thinking of and just feeling and knowing everything that you've been going through, and it seems like it's just nothing working for you. It's because you are under spiritual attack heavy, and you need to take time out to pray and do a lot of different things. I'm still struggling with practicing certain things, what I'm preaching. But I told you, I'm not perfect. But that's what makes me perfect, if you get it. You know, that's why I say, love who you are, accept yourself. Because once you accept you, why would you care about anybody else's opinion about you? You know, that's people's problems. Just like with these incidents, you know, about the racial things in the restaurants. And you hear all this stuff all the time. It's like, well, you know certain things is alive and well. Stop going there. Stop trying to. It's like you want people to see you when you know that certain entities don't accept you. They won't accept you. Yeah, they may want to play around and have fun with you. Look, I ain't about to get all in that, but deep down inside, these certain entities have an ideology about you, and this is to whoever this may relate to you or whoever this may resonate with. It's not easy to sit down here because this is energy. This takes energy to sit down and be talking to a camera and, you know what I'm saying, and not necessarily know who's really viewing you know, or who's really supporting you, because you got to understand, even social media was created to be a monitoring system. That's why some of these dudes that be committing crimes and they study showing their background and saying so much information, and they make the job easier for agencies that don't really have to do that much work, because these guys or these people are doing the job for them. They're just telling them so. And let's be clear of what an enemy is. An enemy could look like you. An enemy could not look like you. It's anybody that don't have your well-being, or species, or anybody that like you know, that don't have a good, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't want to see you do good. Be healthy. Take care of your kids. Be lucrative. Leave generational wealth. Understand that you are beyond flesh and blood. You know, that this is an avatar. Teaching them the right things, because the school system is teaching them about gym and all kind of unnecessary things that you're not going to even use in what they would call the real world. Excuse me if my hand's kind of rough, man. I'm always working hard, man. The spiritual realm and in the physical realm. See, I don't ask for handouts. That's why if I'm saying what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, or, you know, if you want to donate or whatever, and the person do or don't or just whatever, I ain't pressed about it. But that's why I don't put, it just tells me that I just got to slow down and put my focus in something else. And then when I feel like, you know, dropping a video, because I need support, I'm not going to be putting all my energy into something and I'm not getting anything back. That's like me pouring into a cup. You know, and I don't know, I kind of messed that example up, but you get it. You know, you giving more than receiving anything back. You know, and that's just like wasted time and wasted energy, and that's not what I'm about. Energy is very important. I didn't make a platform for gang stalkers and energy vampires and bots and trolls to sit back and just be. Or if they do say something, it's just completely nonsense. And what are we supposed to be looking at? Drugs are bad. Like, just all kind of like silliness, man. I don't even reply to it because it's like, why? Why didn't you reply on all the other videos that I've made speaking about positivity, or angels, demons, or, you know, or just trying to uplift people? Anytime you see me angry or upset, it's because it's the cards that this life, this physical life, has been dealing. And for the ones that's really in this real walk, you know it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be extra hard for you, because the Creator don't give you no task that you can't handle. All the answers is within you. It may be difficult sometimes, maybe because we make it difficult, or you make it difficult, or I make it difficult, because we're being distracted about the earthly things, a woman, a relationship, or friendship, you know, people transitioning in your life. You know, we ain't meant to be in this physical avatar forever. But a lot of us be bound by emotions too. We get attached to people, attachments, etc. See, I ain't even began to really break down certain videos that I've been wanting to get into, because every time I turn around, somebody's in my face. Now again, I could sit here and make videos inside, set things up, that's cool. But I'm more of what they would call a nature guy, you know. I like to hear the birds and all this stuff, because I feel like I'm getting downloaded. Even though I'm inside still getting downloaded. But when you really out binding with her, binding with her. Yeah, I see a lot of disrespect going on her, Mother Earth, or should I say Daughter Earth. You know, what have I said wrong for people to call me out my name and then they erase the comment? Oh, I'm an N-word. Cool. I'm on drugs. Cool. I'm talking crazy. Cool. You know, but somebody's listening to me. Whether you're not supporting me at all, but something is drawing your attention to be watching. You know, because you don't watch someone, whether I'm making videos or not, I understand my position in this fight. And they already know I'll go head up. It don't matter. They already know. A giant with a Napoleon complex. I don't move in fear. Because again, I wholeheartedly believe that there's all type of protection around me, and you should feel the same way, especially if you're a part of those ones. I'm surrounded by energy vampires. Sometimes you being the type of entity that you are, you could be too kind-hearted and people take your kindness for weakness. Trust me. It didn't happen to me over and over and over again to the point where I had to shut people off because I was being too nice. I had to learn to stop getting too attached to people because some people you just can't change. They're going to live their life. They're going to, a lot of people are stuck in their own ways. And it's a term where they say you got to let the dead bury the dead. So yeah, so at the end of the day, man, I really make these videos for the real ones that appreciate it. Just understand that I'm dealing with a lot of hate, a lot of disrespect, a lot of markery, a lot of shadow banning, a lot of, at least from what I think, a lot of tampering. It's a lot of weirdos too. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. Because I got certain videos, like I said, that got 1,300 views, etc. That may not be the most, but it's just me speaking. And I don't even got one like on a lot of it. Certain videos I got 500, 600 views, 700 on certain videos, and I got 1, 2 likes. So that just tells me, like, goodness, man. Like, nobody liked the videos, just watching them or viewing it for a second. So that's why I'm like, man, it makes me just want to slow down. But I'm not going to be discouraged to do nothing that I have a passion for. And I like doing this, but unfortunately, I don't like to give my energy to energy vampire. And that's what I would label them, bots, trolls, whatever. They all in the same category to me. Like light workers, star seeds, chosen ones, etc. They all got a position to play. Law enforcement, judges, lawyers, etc. Everything is a council. As above, so below. So the same things that's going down here is happening in the spiritual realm. But I'm in this video, man. More to come. Support the channel. Like I said, if you want to support, the link is in description. Ain't been too many people coming, but I got faith in the real one. Trust me, I'm a hard worker, so I ain't even tripping about nothing. I'm gonna make it happen. But for the real ones that support, shout out to you. Stay strong and always understand no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And for the game stalkers and the haters, I know y'all gonna stay relentless. The monitoring spirits, I get it. Y'all gonna do what y'all gotta do. But all I would advise you to do is be careful. This ain't a physical threat at all. But that's from